And we see this kind of like world split in half on the cover of the bodega. On one side is a night that's on fire, and then the day we just see a man with a cigarette in his hand on a corner in a very, very fanciful suit in what looks to be modern day Tokyo. And so we enter the first page, and what we come to is not a scene of anybody, a scene of who we recognize intricately, is we see Rock and Roller strolling around the streets, looking sort of lost, and he kind of like continuously scratches at like his neck in a area around his guitar where he picks it up. It's hung around his back. And he's moving around, and he enters a dark alleyway. It's like 3 a.m. in the morning. And on top of a fire escape looking at him, just with this predatory crouch, we see once again that teenage girl in the very dark clothing, tattered but still looking somewhat tattered looking, but still looking very secure. And we leave on that scene.
All right.
Sam, you wake up at 4 a.m. There's a tremor. At least it feels like what would be described as a disturbance in the force.
Well,
and a thunderstorm brews in the west of Halcyon.
Is there like anything on my phone or the?
There is nothing on your phone. The signal has died out.
Cool. Would I be able to extend my senses to see if this is a naturally occurring thunderstorm?
Yes, because of your elemental control.
Cool. First roll of the night. Just temporary. I don't need to know it for an extended period of time.
So you get patches, and all that, like, it sets in like your front temple is like a pain. Not so much of like someone, like you're feeling it and you remember briefly the same lightning you saw carve through the building.
I'll go get Camilla. Let's knock on Traveler's door.
Walk up and open it. I'm basically wearing my uniform already, but got the TV on.
I think Rock and Roller is doing something with lightning again. I should go check it out.
Bringing down another building?
I don't know. Speaking of which, what did you inject in your arm? I was kind of busy dealing with the fallout of that original situation.
It was an adrenaline pack I picked up from the medical center of the base.
Kind of rubs his temples and says,
She looks like she hasn't slept at all.
It was a crisis situation. I didn't trust to be able to get everybody out in time.
You shouldn't push your body like that to achieve those goals. It's not good for you.
Is that a comfort and support I'm hearing?
Sure.
Roll it.
I think I'm so good at. Oh yeah, this can only go great. Yeah.
And she asks, like in complete serious, not intending it to be snarky or anything, isn't caffeine a similar drug when taken in large quantities?
Yeah, but I'm not. You gotta understand. I don't take it in that level of quality. You're not sleeping properly.
It's still working its course right now, yes, but I'm not taking it all the time. It was literally the second time, and both times are crisis situations.
Kind of just stared at me. He's like,
The first time was to save Bodkid in the middle of the initial invasion. I had been wounded and had not been able to heal myself yet, or get healed, and needed to retrieve our team.
just remember, your body's human. It will crash down if you push it too hard.
And with the word of crash leaving Bastion's mouth, an entire earthquake seems to shake the city.
Shit.
Another disturbance in what feels like the force.
All right. We should go like right now. And like right while he's is like already currying because now he's this. He's texting Bodkid the general situation and saying, you know, up to you if you want to roll on in as well, but the two of us might be enough to just handle it.
So, is Bodkid still up?
Bro, what are you talking about? He's trying to harness this electricity for.
So we see Eddie with like a kite and a key
Yeah, he's out on
Like,
his roof.
attached to like a car battery, attached to like
No, dude, it's attached to a drone that looks like it's duct tape.
it's held together by duct tape and rusty parts. And you're like, as you're doing this, like you get a notification on your phone. And just as you go to reach down for it, the wind shifts a little, the lightning hits, and it goes all the way to the little package of duct tape and metal. And for a second, the lights blaze on, and a fire then, like a small fire, then starts erupting from inside the machining. Eddie, please tell me you have a fire extinguisher. Oh, Eddie's gone.
Oh no.
Oh, whoops! I hit the wrong button. Eddie. Okay, so Eddie, was I muted for all of that?
Yes.
Damn. All right, so Eddie, when he sees like there's a small spark of life, he looks so happy, and then it catches on fire, and he looks immediately incredibly sad as he just watches the rain slowly put out the fire of duct tape and electricity. In pain, and then he just looks at his phone.
There is actually no rain.
Oh no, never mind. Then Eddie is like furiously stomping on his creation to make sure that he can at least salvage something out of it, maybe.
Roll freak.
Roll freak. Oh no. Press F to pay respects, Eddie. -2. Let's get it, boys. Press F.
I hope you know where this is going.
Press F, man. Everybody press F in the chat.
Because if you want to look at your potential screen,
Oh, yes! My man! Oh my god. Crying, you're a fucking legend.
would you like to take an advancement?
Oh, you know I would, boy. Where's that? Come on, Lucky. Where it at? Where it at?
So we see just Eddie just like it just starts firing and he's like, oh god, no, 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 no. And he like tries to like take his like he takes like what the fuck you call a sleeveless shirt. It's not a wife beater, it's a
Tank top.
tank top. And he takes that and he like tries to like kind of like fan it for like a couple of seconds and then like try to like throw it on as a blanket and then that catches on fire and then he's just like just starts taking off his pants and just starts beating it and then like with his like kind of like also foot and like after like 4 good stomps like you just see like a lot of foam just start coming out of the machine.
Oh no.
And the lights start blinking on and we just hear this soft whirring as like describe your new assistant.
All right. This is a beautiful creation. So, it is a heavily modified drone. Like just a normal flying quadcopter drone with all kinds of things that a drone should not have. Such as a squirt gun attached to the bottom of it, full of all of that disgusting water. You know, that stuff that can melt metal? It's got that. It's got the camera it had on it. And because I can't think of anything else right now, it's got a good number of attachment points for attaching various other things that I'll be coming up with as time goes on.
So what's the free moves you choose for it?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, give me 1 moment. I gotta pull them up. I did have a list of these that I was going to take. I was going to have it with directly engage a threat, unleash your powers, and assess the situation.
So we'll just say there's like a quiver set in there.
Yeah. I was thinking it would have like some kind of small dart that I couldn't remember what I was going to do with it though.
So
Oh yeah, I
we
was
see
gonna...
it kind of like just hover, and it like looks to you, and then we just see like red, and then just blue.
Perfect. Ah.
And then the ground shakes, and Eddie tumbling without any pants or a shirt on, face plants
That's
into his apartment building.
Right before he tumbles and faceplants, he screams, "It's alive!"
And we go back to Bastion.
Crying, you are a fucking genius.
Bastion,
Yeah.
you get no answer.
Okay. Well,
The thunder and lightning, however, is starting to die. It's starting to become less rapid fire.
yeah. Well, I mean, he will take Traveler with him since I don't think we can teleport to somewhere she doesn't really know well. And fly.
If you know it, we
Wherever
can
he was.
teleport there. If you don't know it, then yeah, no.
I don't think I could get a lock on it if it was temporary.
I would say you would have to either roll freak or burn.
I mean, I guess I can roll freak. There's no harm in trying that one. Fuck rolling burn.
You get a direction.
Yeah, I mean, then yeah, no, I'm just gonna fly then, since that's better than her just going like teleport in a direction until I feel like we got there.
So you're flying there, and halfway, like in an alleyway, you see this golden flash, like dawn coming through the sky out of just this brief alleyway. And just a howl of anger. A female howl of anger. And there's once again another heavy crash as something impacts and a car alarm goes off. And as you get closer to the scene, you feel another disturbance in the force, and then it's gone. Like a pinprick that like makes your hair stand on edge, and then finally settle.
I'm gonna hurry over since a woman fucking yelled. So
And as you kind of come up to the alleyway, in a humongous letter is a single word from an ancient language that Bastion hasn't seen in a long time. Well, not a long time, but long in his life.
that being,
Would you like to roll soup? Oh, let me get.
do you want me to roll superior?
Give me a second. Two seconds, sorry. It's some various symbols, and yeah, roll superior for where you could find them.
Man, I'm just on the top of my game today.
It sticks on the roof of your tongue, and we travel back to a scene 5 minutes before, and we see Rock and Roller cornered against with him sandwiched between the brick wall and a trash can. And we see the guitar flung out of his hands and him just struggling to get this, and we see the girl with raven hair just approach him dead silent. Rock and Roller's been screaming, except he's had no voice. The first thing she did was throat punch him. All that comes out is a rasping, and as she's almost going in to take what might be the end, we see a golden light and a figure in these kind of robes of some otherworldly cleric. He's young. He's got burning golden eyes and a mouth that's just filled with a golden light. And we see him holding a piece of paper with script on it and a pen in one hand. And in an ancient language, he says a single word and she is just flung through a portal with a great golden wind after her. And his eyes settle down. And we see him just try to like rasp out a word. And he goes, "Not one of your kind. A new face. I have come because you have been underappreciated and no one and everyone tries to handle you. Who tries to stop a flood with just their bare hands? It is a foolish thing." I have come to redirect you for more heroic purpose than mortal affairs. The soul of society.
Holy shit, Roller's becoming a Shimigami?
And he holds out his hands and he goes, would you like to join me, the Phoenician?
Roller gets his hands up and just like weakly forms it into a thumbs up.
And then he casts and he yells one simple word. Though it's something silent, but yet there is such a blazing force that a rune hits on the ground and the two are vanished from the scene, and including your guitar. And minutes later, the howling woman comes out, looks to see her quarry gone, and hurls the trash can at the car, and notices the bright light coming towards her, and with a look that is of surprise and perhaps anxiety, she draws a circle in the ground with ash and goes through the portal that comes from underneath her feet. And so, Bastion, you come upon this scene as well as Traveler, with a burning runic word in the ground, and signs of a horrendous fight as lightning scorch marks are all across the wall. Walls are cracked.
I guess I send a picture of a symbol to I don't know, maybe Shroudhound and see if he knows what it is. Like he's
You can roll in reading the files.
maybe then I won't fucking fail. Thank you.
And so it takes you a minute. And you remember a very, very different team a month ago assailing an elderly gentleman's apartment.
Jesus
And the
Christ,
reason
it's
why you
only been
fear
a
heights.
month in the timeline?
I'm pretty sure it's only been a month.
Something
Actually,
like
no.
that. Pretty close.
It's a little over a month. I think it's July 16th, technically.
Again, you
So like
fucking
a month and a half.
Jesus Christ, Bastion's been destroyed in 1 month. Oof. I guess
My comics are really rapid fire. Shit don't stop.
for my additional question,
Yeah.
didn't he go to jail? Like, what was
He
the
went quiet. The
there was no-
Illuminati handled the transfer
Yeah,
to whatever his punishment was.
great. Get to have a fun talk with Mr. Johnson again.
Good old Horace never thought that situation sat right with him to begin with, and what they hit his results.
Yeah, man, I guess I messaged Mr. Johnson asking for an audience.
And he goes,
You cut out. You cut out on my end.
I'm sorry.
What did he say?
He just says, "See me in the morning dealing with something."
He says, this is very urgent. And he sends him the picture of the fucking word.
4 steps left.
I take 4 steps left and brace myself.
Traveler, you watch Bastion just turn left, take 4 strides. On he's just do I go a 5th? And immediately he just there's just this pillar of fire that erupts from the ground. And he's gone.
Huh. And none of the portals to the Illuminati base I've seen have been anything like that, right?
Nope.
I look around for a pipe or a stick or something, a bottle, and kind of inch toward where he disappeared and kind of tap it with the object I picked up.
You take a broken car mirror and you hurl it in, and once again there's no fire, actually.
I pull out my phone and try to text him.
There's still no signal.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't want to get burnt with fire. And all this god stuff, he's probably went to Olympus or something. So I want to just take pictures of the scene at that point then with my phone.
Yeah. And so Bastion, you just hear horrendous screaming, 500,000 people all at once for 2 seconds. And then you find yourself in a sauna.
Mr. Johnson, what the fuck? Kind of it's what? This is so dramatically worse than every other entrance I've ever been in. Also, why am I in water?
You're actually in a wood, a wood kind of
oh yeah,
sauna room, and all your clothes are off, and there's already a towel placed around your waist.
The fuck?
And we just see Johnson just looking at his phone.
Dude, what the hell?
I mean, yes.
What do you mean, yes?
It was hell. A hell.
Why'd you put me through that?
Because it's the one I can call up on the flick of a wrist.
You know what? I'm not okay. Not gonna dig into that one.
Oh yeah, that's right. No one told you. I was the former head of the magic department.
And all now makes sense.
Yeah, this head is just a very bad polymorph.
He kind of doesn't know how to navigate from that one. Well.
So
wrap my head around what just happened, but the Fair Nation.
Yes.
I thought we dealt with him.
Yeah, he's still upstate.
I mean, no.
I mean, yes.
Then who the hell did that?
I don't know.
And he
but
kidnapped someone.
I'm gonna have to find someone to go up to him and ask what the fuck.
If I had to make a guess, they picked a fight with Rock and Roller. I don't know. His the lightning strike signature to his stuff was around. Kind of hard to figure out what the hell happened.
And he just takes his eyes and just starts rubbing the grit out of them. And he goes, listen, I can send someone to check in on the old man, but he hasn't moved. All right? He sat at his vacation home writing a damn ass book.
I mean, that's a bigger problem because that means that he taught his stuff to someone else.
Listen, just give me a day on that, okay? Or a week. I'm kind of in the middle of relocation.
I mean, all right. I did just mention that someone's probably kidnapped, but if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Kidnapped Rock and Roller?
I assume.
Do you honestly kidnap that kid?
I mean, it looked like someone got the shit kicked out of them in that. There was a very big fight, and what was, I mean, I know his abilities. He used it on the building that I wrote you a report about. That was there multiple times. If I had to guess, perhaps the new person's a woman. I heard a woman's voice before reaching there for a huge, big flash of divine light, and when I reached the alley, no one was there.
Fan fucking tastic. And okay, and he just looks at the picture, like pictures start coming in, and goes, and there's Traveler. And he like you just see him just furrow his brow even more, and he goes, "You have one question to ask. I want you to dig deep, Bastion, as to the question."
I'm confused. I thought I already kind of asked what I need, which was, well, stuff about the Pharonician.
Yeah, which I can't solve this minute because I have to send the
What
order to the security guard. He has to go, travel over, punch in the key code, actually no, he has to find the island, punch the key code in the island, enter it, close it, delete the memory from his brain.
Then is the question, why are you here? I don't know.
Boom! You're fucking brilliant. Why am I here? I'm in a sauna trying to relax at 3 a.m. in the 4 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, to be fair, sir, all of us are having quite a week.
Okay. So I was looking over your action report, right?
Yes.
Japan, right? You know what I get on my desk at 12 o'clock?
What?
A report from the twins. You're not an international agent yet, but hey, you're about to be, because the Muramasa's been stolen.
I'm assuming that's a very important sword. And if legend,
It's the one sword that's supposed to control Japan.
yeah, that's a pretty important sword.
And funny enough, it does. And so someone broke into a museum, found the door to the twin sanctum, broke into it. Twins weren't even disturbed.
Have a distinct feeling there's going to be a bird involved in this. Yeah.
Oh, that's what woke them up.
So I need to find.
And all they heard was this screeching sound. And they looked to see a bird with the Muramasa gone, and the bird isn't holding the Muramasa, but the Muramasa's still gone. And lo and behold, the twins called me up.
I mean,
do you know what it's literally like trying to talk to someone whose main job is to be a punisher of anything awful that you don't think of?
I mean, honestly, it sounds better than most of the conversations I've been having as of late. But I get your point.
Didn't stop screaming. The other one's stuck in meditation trying to find the inn. At this point, I'm tempted to roll an 8-ball through the door and see what they come up with.
I am having difficulties understanding what you want me to do. Do you want me to just kind of scope around Japan and hope I find it, or? I
Well,
didn't
first of
really-
all, you still have the challenge, right?
Correct.
Second of all, you said that it's trying to break the rules, right?
Yes.
If
It-
the Muramasa, which the Muramasa stacks up to its legends and myth, it's the one sword on this planet that for sure can kill that person.
That person being the bird, or that person
bird.
being okay. So it just collected the sword to make sure it wouldn't die.
Oh no, it's trying to, I think.
It's trying to kill itself.
Yes. Because figure it out, right? If a challenger doesn't kill it, what happens to the challenge? The bird's now suddenly in God, thesis, whatever the hell they go to, and you have to wait for them to restructure or find a way to go to that very difficult place. Find them in it, bring them back, and then kill them again. What happens to Earth when all that happened? While that happened?
Isn't that like the definition of surrender, though? Killing yourself, I mean.
Not when it comes to whack-ass challenges. It's basically like you get forced to play a game you don't want to, and say you're playing like werewolf, right? And you're the last townsperson, and you're trying to run from all the werewolves. The townsperson takes themselves, throws themselves off a cliff, goes into the game next door in Sim City, changes their entire identity, clothing, and whatever, or just goes to some ungodly corner of the game and hides. And now you have to go through another needle stack.
I'm waiting for the day, sir, where you bring good news. Like, man, it's just right there. All you gotta do is hit them. That'd be nice. Okay, I'll
If
try.
it's ever that simple, I don't know whether to weep tears of joy or to think it's a trap.
I mean, at least I'd get the brief illusion that it was simple. Because, sir, these missions have gotten very ridiculous very quickly. I just, you know what? Never mind. You're trying to enjoy yourself in a sauna.
No,
Want
I'm trying to
to-
relax and unwind myself in a sauna.
Yes. So, team relocate to Japan.
Yes,
don't
your envoy is one Kazuya, also known as the Hornet. Think of him like, you watch Robert Downey Jr.?
That was perhaps the least wanted to be heard Avenger you could possibly say out loud.
Make him Japanese. And get rid of the play. And you know what? Just, he has an Iron Man-like suit.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, Mr. Johnson. I'm approaching a limit when it comes to your choice in my team.
He's not a pity case.
I hope you're right.
He's, at least the twins tell me, he's smart, he's logical. If you have one problem with him, I'll find you someone else. Hell, I'll give you a twin.
Thank you for at least granting me that option. I'll try to talk to Bodkid about, leaving for Japan. I don't know how that's gonna fly with his mom. Can't really blow over that one.
Well,
Or at least if there's a way, I don't know it.
mind control?
I lack the ability, and I don't think he'd appreciate it.
Well,
We'll try it. I'll do my best to get creative.
if worst comes to worst, I know a guy.
Yeah. It's a shame this didn't happen during school, because, man, some forged papers, and this could very easily just be a field trip, but,
Yeah, who the
It's in the
fuck?
middle of
Why
summer.
did it start during the summer?
I don't know, man. A month ago, I just got hired.
And he looks at that and goes, actually, it's been a month and a half, but
Oh, man, the 2 weeks of experience really wizened me beyond my years.
Bastion, I think you should just get a therapist at this point.
I would love to, if I had any time in between these missions.
Just do what I do and find a dead spirit and
Oh, great! I'll talk to the dead. That's gonna. You know what? Fine. How do I get out of this sauna? It's.
and he points to the door.
Okay, I meant like back where I was. There is a portal back, right?
And he just claps his hands twice, and then there's just the 2 seconds of screaming again.
Do I at least have not a towel on and instead my clothes?
Yeah.
Guess I turn to Traveler.
Yep. And once again, Traveler, you're done surveying the scene. Traveler, did you want to investigate?
I mean, mainly I think it would just be, like I said, taking photos of it or whatever. And just kind of rummaging through anything that looked like it doesn't quite belong, if there was anything.
Roll me superior to see what you notice. Or freak. Both of them are kind of information gathering skills. So you're looking down. I'll allow that.
Oh boy. Alright, do the thing and then something bad is gonna happen to both of you.
And so you're kind of like, what you look down is you see the fire escape that just has marks in it, like hand marks. Like someone grabbed it too tightly. And then just pounce from it. And you see the first crater. And then you just see a whole ton of craters just working their way down the alley. Along with just rushed lightning. And right before you see what looks to be like a trash bag, you see a lone guitar string.
I picked that up. And then whenever the fire erupts for Bastion to come back, I kind of turn and like hands start glowing like I'm gonna throw a portal just in case it's an attack.
Yeah. So you get your infinity portals worked up.
Your Bastion's
And
kind of like, the fuck, Joey? Kind of like getting his bearings before he sees her with her portals. Like, whoa, ceasefire, please.
Yeah, seeing it, so I drop them and kind of dangle the guitar string, and pretty sure this is rock and rollers.
Nonsense. Says, talked with Johnson. Apparently we have to go to Japan to stop a bird from killing itself with the sword that controls Japan so that I can kill it.
So business as usual.
Yeah. We need to find Bodkid and break the whole. We're
Brian,
leaving
can
for
I do it?
Japan like in a day.
His mom is at work at this time, correct?
Yeah. Crying?
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Alright. As y'all say, we need to find Bodkid. There is just a light whirring, very clearly mechanical. There's just a light whirring coming from above you.
Oh, portal fist back up as I turn and look at it.
It's just a fucking abomination of a drone. It's got all kinds of bullshit that a drone should not have. It is just a quadcopter, all that normal stuff like I just described earlier. Oh god, I forgot I didn't put a microphone on it. Damn it. I can't do the meme. Fuck. So yeah, there's just kind of a drone above you.
I'm assuming Eddie's riding it.
No, it's not big enough for him to ride it.
Oh, okay.
It's just a normal drone.
Yeah, Bastion looks up at that and says, "That looks very illegal. Probably Bodkids."
From the completely opposite direction, Eddie's just like, it probably is.
Kind of turns to him. You happen to catch what I said?
A little bit of it.
We need to go to Japan.
I drop the portal too as soon as he talks, or drop the portal hands.
The drone slowly starts flying over towards Eddie, and it just it's kind of over his shoulder, like not super close. It's like a foot over his head, but it's like over his left shoulder. And he's like, I don't think there's a way I can just go to Japan, and I don't
Probably in a
think
jet.
I can take. I don't think this thing can go on an airplane.
I would imagine we're going under, or traveling accommodations will be provided for us in a way to allow for it, I'm sure.
I like this thing. He just keeps looking at the drone and smiling. Like a fucking insane person smile, not a normal human being smile. An insane person smile because it is batshit insane.
Bastion just kind of looks at that for a moment and says, "Well, apparently the envoy is coming very soon, so if you got an idea as to how to."
Unless we can do it in 12 hours, I can't think of anything.
I mean, if you ask her if you could spend the night at a friend's, that would at least give us more than 12 hours.
It would give us 3 days tops.
I mean, we need to get this done by like probably a day or two, so that'd be fine.
Alright, done. Eddie whips out his phone and he just snaps a text. He just snaps a text out as fast as he humanly can.
Roll provoke.
Oh boy. Oh. Hold on. Like throw. Provoke is what roll again?
Superior.
Oh hey, I'm good at that. Hey, Sonic Dab.
She's like, all right, just stay safe and check in regularly.
Ooh, that's not gonna happen. Alright. And Eddie just gives a thumbs up. We're in the clear.
Okay. Didn't
Also,
really-
you're grounded because I want to spend some time with you when you come back.
Eddie just slight, very quiet. Fuck.
He didn't Did Johnson actually specify how we find this envoy?
I don't believe he did.
I don't think he did either.
Oh. Any case,
This is why Traveler is a smart character.
so as you guys are kind of pumped, like kind of like, how do we what we see to be a kind of like Japanese one of those red temple gates sprouts in the middle of the street. And out from it, one man with just these studded, ancient-looking gladiator kestis and a demon mask that's smiling in Buddhist robes, and one staff is a shakujo, and around his neck are prayer beads, and a circlet made of some kind of black metal. And next to him, is someone of a very more slightly build, however made more bulkier by their armor, looking very much like a kind of robot.
Eddie is knocking arrow immediately.
Yeah, for the third time in like 5 minutes, Traveler's all defended up, portals glowing in hand.
Guys, we literally were just talking about how we're going to find the Japanese envoy.
I actually missed you saying that. Like, not Traveler saying that, me as the player.
Yeah, yeah. He was just saying how like an envoy was going to come.
Okay, so yeah, then she wouldn't have done that.
And let's get knee deep in our latest character.
Yeah. Cass, or better known as the Hornet, is a Japanese hero and mastermind. Little prodigy kid, and he wears a big old armor suit like Iron Man. And yeah, what should I go through the backstory?
Yep.
All right. How did you first reveal your genius to your friends or family? It was always kind of quite obvious that I was different than other kids my age. While other children just figure out how to build snowmen or count to 10, I already built the perfect replica of Tokyo with Lego and learned the chemical element table. With 10, I was already able to build functional robots. Why did you decide to use your intellect to the benefit of others? It was the best way to live out my potential. A lot of people had interest in my intellect and were willing to pay lots of money for it if I worked for them. So I did and developed robots for all kinds of public beneficial causes. The police, the fire department, medical industries, and it was fun to see my robots do good for others. What accident or misfire taught you some sense of humility or responsibility? I was 12 when I built my actual robots for the first time. I had to learn that they not only fight kaijus, they can wreck buildings with their guns by ramming through them, or crash limbs like dry twigs. So when one day my robots crushed that poor scientist's sand, I was shocked and swore myself that my robot should never hurt someone by accident. Who helped you realize you need to other people? Being smart is not everything. In fact, this is a real killer for your social skills if you don't hang around Pulitzer recipients or Neil deGrasse Tyson. So it's nice to have someone normal around, someone who talks to you about normal stuff like anime or the last night's game. Someone who doesn't spend hours analyzing a problem, just solves it simply and straightforward. And that's it. That's the boy.
Yep. And it says your shame is a catastrophic weapon, which is a robot army for a rogue general named Irons.
Yes. While Cass was working on robots, he was pretty much used by this general to build him a army of robots.
And so is that general underground or?
Yeah, he's went rogue.
What playbook
Okay.
is this guy?
Brain.
Oh, is that one of the new ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't recognize this playbook.
It is along with the latest Aegis play expansion.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at those. Oh boy.
Also, I haven't put some moves yet. Damn it.
So Kaz, you're standing there and you see poster boy the young Illuminati American side of Bastion, then you see what has been the calamity for the past couple weeks.
Basically.
Yeah, turns
With
around.
the
Turns
archer
around.
being the one you know the least about, and the
Yeah.
man next to you, Enma, gruffly says to you, and this is in Japanese, and he goes, "You're going to be my translator."
All right, fine. And he puts something in his armrest, and then it just automatically translates. All right, go ahead. They will understand, you know.
You've been
Welcome to
informed, yes.
Welcome to the 21st century, old man.
Don't get snide with me, Hornet.
Well, talk away. They've been informed that they go to Japan, I think.
Yep, we have.
There you go, see?
Yeah, like 2 minutes ago. But yeah, we're briefed on the situation, or at least I am mostly.
Yeah, and the Japanese female voice translates from from Hornet's armrest to Enma.
Actually, I have an out of character question.
Yeah?
Would Bastion know Japanese? I mean, he's someone who was raised to act internationally.
Roll a 1d2.
Kind of weird. Shroudhound was like, okay, we do missions everywhere, but you're only gonna.
But it's like we don't deal with anybody anywhere. You understand that Shroudhound literally just doesn't deal with anybody. Yes, in some effort.
I assume Melissa taught me because she knows better.
Probably.
Be like, okay, nothing. And yeah, he sees that the translator is still needed, and he just says the same thing in Japanese.
Yeah, Hornet just like puts his hands over the ears of his suit. Jesus, that accent! Nothing screams more tourist than this kid.
This kid is the challenger. And he is going to allow me to not have a headache for some time.
Sure thing.
Or maybe find me someone to punch.
Can talk about sparring later. Now we have work to
Quick
do.
question.
I would break you over my knee.
Oh god. Quick question.
Yeah.
How many visible gadgets are on Hornet right now?
Well, he has a power suit, and they're all nicely built into the gadget. I mean, there's that nice translator who translates perfectly into Japanese, back and forth. Some rocket boosts on the back.
Hey, guess what? Eddie is all up in your fucking personal space immediately. He is asking questions about every single piece of technology he sees. Too fucking fast to answer them.
Yeah, and the Risk computer just translate that into Japanese as well. Look, they're
Just
excited.
shakes his head and then goes, "You'll first investigate the scene. Then you're going to hit the pavement.
All right.
You won't
I
have
know.
to. The only real evidence. Number one, I have a lead, but I want to see what you can gather first as to see what kind of aptitude you have.
Bastion nods.
One, also some ground rules. Don't get in front of my fist. Two, do not inform me of anything. Or us of anything. And now that you get like a proper look at him as you guys are coming closer to him, you see that he's a older man, like something like says in his 40s, but he's ridiculously cut and across his body and skin that's just open to you. There's just these humongous amounts of scars.
Eddie's still just trying to figure out all the fucking gadgets that are on him.
Bastion's just trying to pretend that's not happening. And nods and says, we understand. This is your jurisdiction.
And he nods at that. And he goes, now time is of the essence.
That is the case.
And you walk through the gate into this very, very ornate and waves of incense kind of like gently float about. And floating in the center is this slightly girl. Yeah, incense. Sorry, not incense. Give me a minute, guys. I haven't.
Oh no, you were good. He was fishing for it.
I was being a troublemaker.
Oh my god, I'm going to kill you.
Oh,
And so,
don't worry, I have more planned already.
what
For
you
this
see
session
is
alone.
just this kind of like mixed, like dark blue hair, straight and pulled back, and you see she is also just wearing a mask. This one of a frowning Oni face. This one has both of her horns. Enma only has one. The other is broken off. And she is floating in midair, almost deep in thought, looking down at a basin of water. And Enma walks in reverently, knocks his staff once. The basin of water just kind of quieted, and she just walks down and goes, welcome, in English, to Tokyo. We are the twins, otherwise known as Enma, and she points to the man, and I am Jizo.
That's
And
the deja vu's getting stronger.
And it's a humongous temple-like structure. The Muramasa was kept in the West Wing.
He nods and says, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Bastion.
And she nods. Emma, would you be so kind as to guide them? And then she also says this in Japanese, and in Japanese he says, always one for diplomacy. And you continue walking through the temple, and eventually you get to a case that's been smashed open. This is your first scene. The second scene is the museum. And he turns to Kaz and goes, "You are the official envoy. You know your place."
Yeah, of course, of course.
And
Well?
with that, he leaves. I will be waiting at the end of the corridor out of earshot.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure you're not listening in.
Funny enough, I'm not, Hornet.
All right.
I need to be spared some voices for a while.
All right. And then let me and the Americans take this thing on from here.
And with that, he just kind of unceremoniously turns his back on you and just begins walking down the hallway.
Yeah, it turns to the others. So, this is a lot of magic bullshit, and I don't like magic bullshit. It's not based on logic, it's based on magic. So, I hope one of you guys is at least, like, fluent with that. Because my technology is, like, worth nothing here.
I'm all about gadgets and bows, and I don't think either of those will help here.
Well, but both of us can now keep our eyes peeled. So, you have something to do with Greek gods, right?
I am one.
Well, then this should be maybe right up your alley.
Yeah.
So, magic sword was stolen. Rules over Japan are real Shin Megami Tensei bullshit here, so we should get that back.
He nods and so would it be like a freak roll or assess?
Either one.
Oh, I guess they're exactly the same. Sure. Freak. Actually, no. Assess is the better of the two. Wow, and I rolled 2 1s, so it really doesn't matter.
Press
what
F.
You just have hair standing on the back of your neck again.
Okay, to actually help with the magic stuff, because that's literally the only thing I can help with. Could I use elemental awareness to try to ascertain, like?
You could.
Okay.
You could definitely use elemental awareness and ask about your surroundings.
Oh, time to roll for burn. Can I keep killing myself today? The answer, is yes. It turns out.
Actually, do you get burned from that? I mean,
Yeah.
do you get I don't think you get a condition.
No, I do get burned.
I mean, you do get burned from that, but do you get a condition?
And I get 3 conditions.
No, you get free burn and I think at most 1 condition.
No, that's the failure one. That's not the good. That's the bad.
Oh, wait, no. Burn works backwards.
Does it?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Because if so, that'd be
You
great.
should roll burn more.
I do roll. That's because the last 2 times.
Yeah,
Burn.
on a hit, hold free burn.
Yeah, burn, you went higher.
On 7 to 9, you hold free burn and mark a condition.
Holy shit! I'm so used to failing.
I know, I can see that.
You saw what happened the last 2 times I tried to fucking do it. Anyways, I'm gonna use elemental awareness. I guess my question is there any like because you said that we weren't able to identify who took the sword because the bird didn't have it. So, can I use elemental awareness to ascertain any answers towards who that third party could be?
I'm sorry, I was just caught up with something. Can you repeat that, please?
I'm asking if I can use elemental awareness because, from my
Yeah.
understanding, we don't know
Uh,
who took the sword. We just know that the bird was there, but it didn't have the sword. So could I use elemental awareness to get more information about that third party?
hell yeah. Spend one burn and mark a condition to open your mind up to the world around you. And I'll tell you who has the sword. Or who took it at least.
I've got a
Okay.
role I want to make after this, so.
I guess. You know what? Insecure. I always fucking. Bastion is back in his groove of constant failure.
So
Gonna hit another F in the chat.
that's a G.
I know I hit the wrong button.
Okay, so you kind of like swirl, like you open your eyes, and you get your first kind of prophetic reading. When the sun heats up, wizards try to go underground. In the cool night, they rise up again. And work their specific magic.
So I got a fucking.
However, this dragon of your past has come again.
Okay, that's enough. That's all I needed. Did I ever catch the name of the one I fucking torched into the when I had my moment of truth?
You did not.
I do have influence over him, so wow, it's been a long time. This might actually come into relevance. He turns around, opens his mouth, then remembers that no one here was present. Closes and says, I know who took the sword.
No.
Well, don't leave us in suspense.
Yeah, it's a little difficult because when we fought them, the entire team was different, so we never learned his name. I remember how he looks, and I can describe it to you. He's probably in some kind of criminal record system. You know, big lizard boy. He describes him because, like, I don't remember, but Bastion would, because it's only been like half a month for him, and it's been over a year for me.
Showing it off now. I found an image I liked, actually.
Yeah, that.
He looks nice and wholesome.
And so you kind of but except just manage half of his body being burnt and horrendously scarred. And so yeah, it only takes a couple of seconds to see his name as Ohachicho. Oh, Chicho. Yeah, oh, Chicho.
Feel when crying can't pronounce his own characters' names.
Shut the fuck up.
Bodkid
They
dies.
hated Jesus because he spoke the truth.
Damn it. Listen, the one truth I hold up to planet. No. In any case, you see that he was broken out of his prison ship. And that it was a fucking ugly affair. He even got from under the nose of Conquistador, who also hasn't been heard of in some weeks.
So I guess in the interest of using this burn constructively, could I also spend the last 2 I got to do overcharge and try to extend my senses? See if I can catch what I assume is the very strong magical presence of either the bird or the sword. I think grabbing him would be. I don't know how I can explain that one.
So
I burned him once.
I know what I need to do.
He's been branded by me forever.
I want to see what Stomp wanted to do first.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to roll assess the situation.
Yeah, you can.
My thing has changed slightly because of what Bastion just did. So let me just roll assess the situation. I'm doing assess the situation instead of straight up creeping, so I can get the +1 from Come On Lucky. And oh yeah, I need. Should I explain how the bot is helping with this? Hello?
Yes, you can.
Alright. Essentially, first, should I make the roll first or should I explain first?
Explain first, please.
Alright, essentially, Eddie's gonna have the drone fly up overhead so he can get an aerial view of the room. I'm assuming it's a fairly large room.
It is. The place is
Yeah.
humongous. It's, like I said, a
Yep.
temple.
Yeah,
That's just-
Eddie's sending the drone up into the sky to get an aerial view of the room.
However, as Buddhist temples are usually open to nature, this one is closed off.
Yeah. So yeah, let me do my roly doly here. My Monday, my this is gonna have a +4 on it. This is gonna be gross. Because the +1 from come on lucky and oh wait no it's not. Whoops.
It should
That's
be a
gonna have-
+3.
Yeah, it should be a +3. I used mundane by accident. Oh, but still it. I only needed to ask one question. All
Yeah.
right. What here can I use to track the bird guy?
There is. As you're kind of looking through the smashed bits, you can just see like brief wisps of smoke off of it.
Sorry, what were you saying?
There are brief whiffs of like smoke off of it, like someone like who was on fire smashed it.
Oh, all right.
And off to the side, weirdly enough, as you're also noticing how the thing was destroyed by this mysterious fire, you see a nice little neat laser cut hole of like a little kind of circle of weird glass. But there are no other pieces of glass around, just wooden fragments.
All right. Oh.
On the glass is a 44.
Oh boy. There's just a 44 Magnum on the ground?
No, just the number 44.
Oh, I thought you meant a 44 Magnum. I'm like,
Yeah.
now hold on a second. All right, so essentially there's just a bunch of smoking glass and a 44 Magnum.
No, just the number 44.
Number 44. Ed, is that
And
visible?
it's
from where
smoking
they are
wood.
now? Oh, is that visible from where they are now, or is that visible only because of the drone?
It's visible because the drone picked up as a piece of interest, and you were also kind of like prowling about.
All right. Eddie's gonna call out, "Hey, Bastion,
Yes.
come over here. I found something."
Yep, gonna go.
And then I'm assuming Bastion's just gonna see the smoking wood and the 44 burned into the ground.
It's not burned. It was a nice
Oh.
little piece cut of glass. It's like it's almost
Oh.
stenciled on.
Okay, I got the things confused. I thought it was burning glass and
It was almost separate. Like you see this horrendous like burning, like the shrine has been shattered and burned.
oh, all right.
And then off to the side, maybe like some 6 feet away, is a 44, in like on this like little glass kind of like
All right.
circle.
All right. Eddie's just like, so we got a ominous number and a lot of broken glass.
Well, I guess returning back to my previous question, because now I have a little bit more to work on, but like, newsflash, Travis is not good at riddles and like investigations.
But Cameron fucking loves them.
Yeah, that's the struggle I face. All my DMs love them, and I'm like, guys, I'm trash. I know you
When
want
I'm
me
not
to
the
tell them.
player, I love them. Everything else goes over my goddamn head.
Crying. Just go make a fucking what do they call it? Fuck. Never mind. I forgot the joke. Shit.
Like,
Watch me on the mods for LA Noir VR.
so I guess again, could I use extend or been reading the files? Like,
Well, it depends what question you want to ask.
I mean, again, the goal is to find something to trace them to a general location.
Well, you can do both to figure out what you can get from one, the magic question, and two, the 44 question.
Okay, I'll do both then. I'll do been reading the files first because it actually has a chance of failure. Man, I love all these conditions. Also, that give me minuses to basically everything except fighting. Just barely. Yeah, like, what's the deal with this 44? Seems to be pretty significant, as it's like on its own like piece of glass that's, as you said, separated from the.
Separated from the destruction at the shrine.
Yeah. So
You look at the glass and the 44 in its perfect circle, and being in Japan, it takes you a couple of seconds to remember the files. And one of Shroudhound's best friends in Japan is the current Yakuza boss.
That's a symbol? Or
And
like,
that's her symbol.
oh, awesome. Oh boy.
The 44 heads of the dragon have cried out.
So this was a Yakuza hit. Okay. I guess, can I use... I guess, well, to do my due diligence, checking the magic side of things.
So with the two sides, and then you kind of like bring yourself to the bristling at your neck, is it tastes like something like long, rotten stew. Like something disgusting was brought out from something's gut and ripped open. And not one, but 3 figures stood.
The fuck? I'm getting this from what again?
The magic scent of the bird.
Okay, so the bird like ripped itself open and like 3 things came out of it?
No. There's a teleportation magic.
Okay.
And the basis for this is just the smell of rotten, like, meat stew. And not of any meat you've ever smelled before.
So they used a teleport spell that used some really whack-ass meat. Or smells of it. I'm like trying to wrap my head around this.
And so 3 figures stepped from that.
Okay.
And all you can feel is just a residual magic anger that exploded. Hence the shattered shrine and the burning wood is just whatever one of those beings that smacked it apart. It looks to be 2 from defining, like looking at the shard generation. Smashed it in one blow.
Okay. I guess he realized to the group that this A seems to be the work of
And I understand.
of the Yakuza. Get out of here. And B, they used a very strange teleportation spell to get here, and one of them was very, very not cool with the shrine.
Oh. Yakuza, you said?
Yeah, Kaz, this is ringing something funny in your ears with the 44 on the ground.
Oh. Finally something I understand. Yeah, the Yakuza.
And you're tapping your foot, and let me just DM this to you.
I've got a roll I need to make before we leave here. It's a roll that I make every fucking session.
Oh. Interesting.
I can get you more information if you roll superior.
Alright, then might as well do that.
This is just what is generally known in the city of Tokyo.
Okay. Superior. There you go.
Okay?
So, fun thing about the Yakuza, they're vigilantes. So, not really good guys, not really bad guys. They usually cause a lot of destruction, but they get the job done, I have to say that. So I'm very weirded out why they would try to steal that sword.
If the sword controls Japan, perhaps they're tired of taking the long way around.
True. I mean, that boss is pretty insane, I heard. Might as well insane enough to get into Anma and Jesus' place. We should visit them. So, are we done here?
That's about as much as I can get of it.
All right. Also-
I got one roll I need to make before we go.
Yeah, sure.
Holy shit, Crying's typing so much.
Yeah, so loud.
Alright, I got one roll I need to make. I need to roll straight up creeping. Crying, you already know what this is for because I do it every time we go somewhere cool.
Okay, do it.
Oh shit.
Right, so, whew.
Alright. What here is
Oh.
worth grabbing?
You see... give me 2 seconds. I have to look up something.
Oh god. No powers and not nearly enough training is a fun ability. The worst thing is I always use this bullshit. I always find some fucking way to use it.
There is a very old, very ornate Japanese Yumi bow.
Oh boy.
And with it is just an empty quiver that just glows ever so slightly.
Oh boy. A Yumi bow is like that one massive bow, right?
Yes, it's probably
Oh,
as big
boy.
as Eddie.
Perfect. That's going right
And all
in
that-
Eddie's.
And all
What?
that's labeled on top of it, and it's on like a little kind of like shelf, is just what Kaz reads as Nasu no Yoichi.
Eddie grabs it.
What are you doing there, little guy?
And he just whisper. And he just does the shh, like he puts his finger over his lips and he's just like, I like bows.
I see that, but you just can't take that.
I'll return it. Don't
Like there are probably all kinds of crazy Asian curses on it. So, yeah, I don't know.
I'm fine with that.
Fine, but just warn me if you feel like exploding or something.
What was the name of that thing, Brian? I'm actually gonna Google this. Just so I can know what it's doing.
In Japanese character, Kaz can see it, and so can
I know.
Kaz can understand it.
Oh,
And to the eye,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be this.
yeah, Eddie will have no fucking clue what it is. Eddie just knows this
And
bow. Eddie just
what
knows
happens is, as you grab the bow and take it off, there's just this, like, you just feel like this out-of-body experience. And all you can just hear is just, like, you feel like you're on a horse and it just neighs, like, and whinnies powerfully as it, like, kicks up in the air, and you just holding this bow, and you just see, like, this horde of samurai on top.
Oh boy. Well, fuck. Eddie wants this bow,
And you're
man.
back. And
Oh, perfect.
roll freak.
Roll freak. Oh no, I do not do good with freak. Hey!
And so, would you like it to be temporary, unstable, or to mark a condition?
I'll mark a condition. I'll say Eddie's afraid because that was probably horrifying.
Well, you have the bow in your hands.
All right. Eddie's just like,
It feels like 500 like lightning bolts are traveling through your system, and like
Eddie's
everything just seems like more sharper. Like you have like 25 vision.
Eddie's eyes are darting around like he just hit like fucking 30 lines of coke, and he is just like, I have no clue what's going on, but I like this bow.
Well, it's not yours.
It is now.
Enma, can we have that bow?
And just like that, Eddie, what's warding over you is the 6-foot muscular man. And he's just currently, you have to bend your back to like look him up in his face, and you see his eyes, and there's just depthless rage.
Oh, dude.
Kaz, and he points to you. Make this clear.
He's very angry at you for taking that.
Put it back.
Oh,
Put
God.
it back.
Eddie is. Oh, no. Okay, I gotta roll a D2 here. It's a /RD2, right?
Yes. Actually, slash
Alright.
roll, and then wait, yeah, slash roll space D2.
Alright, well. If this rolls one way, it's gonna be bad. If this rolls the other way, it's gonna be bad in a whole other way. Alright!
No, wait, that's rolling just a 2.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
put a
You
D.
didn't put the D.
Oh, damn it. Roll D2. Alright! Fuck everything. This is the option that is bad for Eddie. In more than one way. Eddie, now high on life, and feeling like he's like a superhuman for once in his life, just looks at this guy and says, no.
Well, he said just no.
And Eddie is staring this guy dead in the eyes, by the way.
I like that kid, even though he's going to die.
What
I
it takes a
think, to the other
split
two.
second is just Eddie getting a knee into the face, like underneath the chin.
Whoa.
I mean, Eddie's gonna go flying. What do I have to roll to say that Eddie keeps a death grip on this bow?
It's called roll or take a powerful blow.
Oh, perfect. Hell yeah. Let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fun times.
Why is my life like this, man? I have the shittiest life as a leader ever. We fucking moved
Alright.
to an international spot, and one of my teammates immediately caused a legal problem.
Like we're in a shrine where something was stolen and we're there to investigate and he steals something else blatantly.
Oh no. What happens? What would happen if I can't do
You
that 'cause
shoot off like a fucking rocket is what's happening.
Yeah, I just kind of want to know what would happen. Say you lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way. Eddie doesn't have powers, so I can't use that.
I mean, that's
Oh, you
lose
can lose
control of
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's a
Fuck.
reason why there's an ore there.
Oh fuck. Oh no, this could get so bad so fast, and I really want it to, but it would make no sense for Eddie to stay conscious after that. Unless this bow is just that OP.
Oh, it doesn't help you with this.
Alright, good.
You feel
Yeah,
like
I-
high on life and that you could shoot anything, but it's not a defensive trinket.
Alright, good. Yeah, I mean, Eddie's just gonna go flying then.
And you just hit the ceiling, and unceremoniously, like your body just falls. And then he taps his staff once, and like a tall pillar just smashes Eddie in like the gut to keep him up. And then like the bow kind of like falls out of his hands, and a portal underneath it appears, and then the bow is once again in its spot.
Yikes.
To Bastion.
Good
Like,
old.
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he said not to get in the way of his fists.
Yeah.
Yikes. Good old Japanese teaching.
He goes up to the man and says, in Japanese, and again, ready to fucking used to this. I'm sorry for my teammates' behavior.
If it wasn't so satisfying, I'd be angry. And like the pillar just disappears, and then like as Eddie's just mumbling that, and just poof, just flat on the ground, and goes, and like Enma turns to Hornet, and he said, and well, he looks to you, Bastion, too, and he goes, "Are you done with this?"
Yeah.
More than enough, yes. Can you get us out of this terrible magical place? I have some medical equipment at my limousine. I think he is alive.
Oh, he is. But he's not going to be able to talk for a day.
Poor guy.
That was the direct result of his own actions.
Eddie gets superpower. Eddie gets some kind of superpower for once in his life. Immediately gets bodied.
You try to fucking steal something in the middle of a holy place.
That's how
You're
it
lucky-
be sometimes, man.
You're lucky you got off with your fucking life, and you're also lucky he didn't arrest you afterwards.
Look, man. Eddie has good engineering skills, but his common sense isn't very good. Okay.
Fucking write me a goddamn fucking mission statement for everyone who isn't Bastion in this goddamn team. Let's get ourselves arrested as quickly as possible.
I hope you
Record
realize
time.
Eddie is going to try to get that bow again.
If he can return. And so like that, he just kind of like taps again, and there's just this door that brings you out to the museum, and he's there with you. It kind of like feels like that kind of warping effect from Doctor Strange when he gets like pierced out of like his body by the Ancient One.
Alright, you Western Devils, all out, please.
He's just gonna ignore that slur and just go.
And so Emma just sits there, and he looks almost serene. And you're in the gallery, which, by the way, looks untouched. And even he notices this and goes, "Wait, what?"
Have you this seems a little clean.
It wasn't like this.
Can I guess again use my magic dar to snuff out some magic?
You can roll freak.
It's the only roll I can do that's investigatory anymore without minuses.
I'll
No,
give it
just
to
lost.
you. There's no magic.
Well,
And y'all just lost your beacon with all of the investigation skills.
Well, I can do stuff too,
we didn't
sir.
do jack shit. You lost it. You sacrificed yourself.
Look, man, you know who I am.
Less
out of
talky,
this.
more sleepy.
Look, man, y'all know.
Less talky, more sleepy.
Hell,
Alright,
I'm not
I
being-
gonna assess the situation with
Yeah.
my very mortal skills.
Yes.
It does point out that there was-
Unless Traveler, you want to do something for once.
You can go ahead.
All right, cool. So yeah, here we go. And here we go. Keep on rolling. By the way, can I get maybe? I don't know if I could get like a level up since everyone is so much more overpowered than me.
Shall give you advancement.
All right.
Oh
one.
fuck! I just thought of a top meme I could have done when Eddie got hit, but I can't do it now.
All right.
Fuck.
Assess the situation. What here is the biggest threat?
I'll tell you what's the biggest threat. The biggest threat's what basically replicated the crime scene you saw in the temple where the Muramasa replica supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the only thing that's the same. I mean, that's been messed with. Otherwise, everything looks spotless.
What can I use to figure out what the fuck is actually going on?
So, it takes a short list, but using your genius skills, you look at the cameras. They're nothing. They've been wiped,
Mm-hmm.
and the tapes have been taken out of some of them.
Interesting. Someone put a lot of effort into hiding what they
then
did.
The place has not a speck of dust, lint, human DNA, spit, food particle on it.
Alright, that's creepy. They cleaned the
And-
whole place.
And there is no sign of forced entry.
You sure you don't like feel any like magic around here? Because this, like, there's nothing here, like literally nothing.
No, I mean, it's the same on my end. Unless someone has the ability to erase traces of magic, which I mean, that's not impossible. It's not, but there's nothing here.
Is there like, I don't know, maybe a Roomba around here or something? Or something? Like a Roomba, maybe?
There is one little thing. Is in the spot where the Muramasa is perfectly balanced between one of the wooden parts to hold the sword up.
Yeah.
By the way, you see the replica broken in two in one section, There is a golden coin with another 44 on it.
Oh, look at this. From all your Yakuza friends. Do I know that they dabble into magic?
You know, they're a multi-talented organization, a multi-powered organization.
Mm-hmm.
It makes
Oh.
sense that they could clean up a place as tidy as this.
Very interesting. We should definitely pay them a visit. And ask what the fuck they are doing. Alright, old man, we'll be on our way.
Yup.
Alright, see you around. You guys follow me.
Make sure you don't drown in your mother's milk.
I don't even know what that means.
It means I think you're young and don't trip over yourself, you little shit.
And I think you're old.
Great retort.
Yeah, but the cast still like bows like respectful in front of Anma as he like walks out.
And yeah, he just sees you like bow low, and then he just nods in acknowledgement,
Yeah.
and then he clicks his staff again, and then just warps back.
Whew. Well, you pissed that man off, you guys. Pretty good first impression, though. I like you already.
Eddie's still unconscious.
Yeah, I probably like tied you to your drone so you get like dragged with us.
Bastion would
Bro, the
fucking
drone
carry
ain't big
him.
enough to do that.
Okay.
Bastion would carry him. I'm gonna leave him fucking dragging on the floor while the drone like just like for,
No,
like,
the
30
drone's just making sad beeps.
Trying to find.
The drone is
Oh,
trying. The drone is nudging him like a puppy.
He'll be fine, don't worry.
Give me 2 seconds. I gotta find the clip that I'm thinking of to what happened to how basically our beacon got felled.
Oh, I already know the scene you're talking about. I already know it.
The Simpsons one.
Oh no, not the Simpsons one.
Yeah,
I
it's
was-
like
Oh,
like
that scene.
Homer's
I know that scene for
unconscious. Oh, I found it.
Fucking dragon kicked.
At some point, Eddie is going to take a W, and it is going to be the most.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, it'll happen eventually in another life, maybe.
Just
And-
wait until he. Just wait until his moment of truth. Everybody is fucked.
Any case,
I lead them outside the museum.
oh please, moment of truth, me, and you will fucking be off this team in 10 seconds.
Bro. Bet. Eddie's gonna fucking make his own team, and it's gonna be better.
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
could
make
do
it
that
with
outside
Blackjack and
pay-per-view, the group.
Yeah, dude, his team is gonna be drones and hookers, man.
As we, I think, leave the museum, there's like
Yeah.
a self-driving limousine like coming up.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone inside?
Yep.
Hop in.
Alright. Yeah, and Cass sits down and his suit kind of like builds off him and then disappears into like the back seats of the limousine. Whew. Well, that was tense.
A lot of members of my team have a unique skill at pissing
Nice.
people off.
Definitely saw that, and no respect.
As again, I apologize. They don't.
Hey, don't apologize to me.
I mean, I apologize to him too. I didn't. Can't
I
really.
wouldn't have expected that from him. Not taking it from a shrine or museum.
Yeah, that's pretty rude. I like it. Anywho, welcome to Tokyo. Kind of like get a montage of the limousine driving through a very high-tech looking Tokyo.
Bastion
Yeah.
just trying to suppress an inner migraine.
Like Akira Tokyo, just much more brighter and nicer looking.
And so, how do you guys plan on looking for the Yakuza?
Eddie's gonna sleep on it.
Can I roll been reading the file or like ask my dad? I mean, you did say that he was specifically best friends with one of their leaders.
Yep, I did say that. The I guess roll a superior to see if you can try and connect with Shroudhound, and he's not busy.
Oh boy. Let's. Can I somehow beat out this like
This winter of our
constant wave?
disconnect.
No. Apparently, I don't get to do anything. My dad's always busy. He never wants to talk to me. I'm a failure. Why haven't I been put in a hospital yet?
Guys, yo, guys, just wait for Eddie to wake up. He'll figure everything out. Don't worry about it. He'll just go steal another artifact.
Man, I remember at the start of the session when I had one potential, and now I have an advanced. I fucking hate myself. Why am I so bad?
Yo, crying.
I just have you rolling a lot. Any case, yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna swap characters to just a okay. So it's gonna be a delinquent who all he does is run from every fight. Okay.
Oh, great. A fucking Seamus character. That's what I need right now. That's what Travis' soul needs after all this shit. A Seamus character to fucking lead mid-combat. That's what this boy needs. That's what this boy needs. I rolled 2 double ones in this goddamn session.
I mean, maybe it would help you get easy on yourself.
Oh my god, if I ever swap characters, I know who I'm swapping to, and it's not Sean. I know who it's gonna be, and it's gonna be fucking rock and roller times 20, dude.
No.
I don't know how in canon that would make sense, because there's no way in hell. I don't think Johnson has it in him to fucking throw another sucker punch at Bastion.
Yeah, Johnson's
Bet.
not gonna have it in.
Bet. Watch me write Eddie out of this story just to bring in Evan.
Yeah, Johnson's not gonna have it in him. Any case.
I have to
Sir.
pick another fucking. God damn it! I'm running out of choices to even take.
Traveler, would you like to do something? Or
Oh.
Hornet?
I look to Bastion and Sir, perhaps, unless our friend here, and she kind of motions to Hornet, has some idea, since this is not our territory at all, if their symbol with the 44, perhaps you could skywrite it, moving clouds or something, to draw their attention to our location.
I mean, I could do that.
Well, good luck getting their attention by all this saturation of advertisement that I point out of the window.
God,
Yeah,
it is like 3 p.m. I think in Japan. Actually, no, it's like 5 p.m. now.
It would.
I mean, we can just ask the police where one of the officers are. The Yakuza are not that tight-lipped.
Mm.
They probably
easy.
proclaim where they are. I mean, not their main office, but maybe a subject, or something like that.
Yeah.
We don't have to do magic all the time, guys. And then just like take up my phone and just like call the police and ask them.
Roll provoke.
Alright.
Try to throw your weight around as the super rich kid. And so you get online, and what do you say to the policeman?
Hello, this is Hornet. Yes, that Hornet. Could you please tell me about the 44 Yakuzas? We're looking for them, and I'm wondering if you could give us some hints. And maybe you think about the big donation I made to the police station with my big old robots that Hornet Industries supplied. No, fighting against like super criminals.
Yes, I know about the Iron Curtain.
Perfect.
If you want to keep your head, you don't walk into the red-white districts, and you don't walk up to the guy who looks like he's out of a disco.
Oh, Disco
What?
Johnny.
I love Dean. Stop.
Alright, Red Light District Disco guy. Alright, I will certainly not go to that place. As I'm still
Yeah.
underage.
Just don't mention that I ever. And there's just a hurt and cuts.
Alright. To the red light district. I say. I don't even have the phone line like cut out as I say that.
Fucking can't even find words.
I just want to like grab something on the way. I tried to install like a barbecue grill inside here, but like the fumes. That's terrible to get out of the seats. I have a microwave though.
And so, as you warm up cup of noodles, or I say warm up the water as you chuck the noodles dry in your mouth, drink the burning boiling water, and then snort the flavor powder like true men. You just stuff this all down Bodkid's throat, I hope.
Yeah.
You go to Shibuya and you enter in the city to your side, and you notice eyes looking at your lovely limousine. And you get to this weird. You enter down a garage, like you look at a disco man, and he just points towards a garage, and you head down, and you're heading down, and you're heading down, and you come into this open space, and in a sequence of less than 40 seconds, like 50 different colored lights enamor like the car, and a steel cage rises up to like encapture it on all sides. And on top of this, and just then on top of a steel cage, you see, come on, where? Oh, I did not add him yet. Give me a second. All players. Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson. Where did I have him? I thought I did this. Super sorry. Give me a second. Two more seconds. Sorry, it's just taking a bit. Never mind, that's awful. Just gonna go back here. Yep, he's good. And uploading now. And he has just one single pistol as he's looking down at you with a sneer. And on his phone and goes, "We've been waiting." As the car is surrounded by many gangsters with bats and practice swords.
Whoa! Leave the paint intact. Can I step out without my suit?
Of
We're just here
course.
to talk, okay? At least for the at first.
You're gonna throw down your arms and promise me
Hey, I'm not in a suit, right?
on your hearts. I don't care You
Well,
might
the
just have
guy-
something underneath your nostril for all I know.
Well, the guys you should be worried about is like kicked out by Genma, so I think the other two are pretty reasonable. Disco Johnny pointed
Reasonability
us this
doesn't
way.
count. Only obedience. And perhaps a tolerance.
I
But
tolerate
still.
you, you should tolerate me.
No, we need to tolerate. Well, yes, we need to tolerate you, whose business we are now getting headlong into because the boss deems it.
Cool.
Jin says, my father's also done business with your group in the past. I won't ruin the working relationship between the two.
And your father is?
Shroudhound.
Hanzo's gonna be overjoyed. Alright. I'm gonna take you to him. You promise you don't touch anything. And there's going to be a dialogue. He's now saying this in English.
Yeah.
And he's
fucking staring holes through Bodkid's unconscious back as he says, "Don't fucking touch anything."
and Bodkid, you kind of shiver awake.
Beep.
Your jaw hurts
Okay.
like a motherfucker.
Oh,
Your
shit.
tongue has gone into a cramp.
Yay. So yeah, Eddie can't speak, is what I'm gathering.
Oh, you can speak, but it's painful.
Perfect. Ah, fuck. The first thing he says is he just screams the word samurai and then it's ow, 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 fuck, fuck. And he just like puts his hand over his mouth because it hurt like a fuck to scream. Fuck.
Bodkid.
Eddie looks down at his face like, I don't have the bow.
Sure don't. Please do not try to take something from now on.
I don't want
Especially now, because these people might kill us, really.
that. Wait, where are we?
We are
And you look
meeting
around.
the Yakuza.
Eddie is very clearly out of it. Oh. Like his eyes are only about half open right now.
Basically, stay quiet, keep your hands to yourself.
That's a good boy.
Uh,
And you notice like the gun
Think-
he's holding in his hand it's not a pistol of any. It's not like a modern pistol of any kind. It's a one-shot musket that he's just holding out. It's an old kind of relic-looking gun that's filled
this
with
man's
filigree.
got a flintlock pistol.
And it's not so much a pistol, but it's like the rifles that the Portuguese sold the Japanese, and he's holding it in one hand.
Oh, he's got like a mare leg.
Yeah, well,
Oh wait, mare legs are lever. Never mind.
yeah.
So he's just got like a short. He's got like a short barrel musket essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Can I kind of want to roll straight up creeping because Eddie would not okay with waking up in a strange place like this.
Well, as you kind of like look around, I'm gonna lay it out for you. There's no easy way of escape because you're fucking surrounded in a steel cage. And with that, we're gonna end the session.
Cool.
Alright, so Eddie got one W and one L this session, but the L was just a little bigger. Just a little bit though.
I literally didn't even get one session before
No, you'll never get a
Bubble.
session, man.
Troublemaker 2 decided to be just
You'll never
as
get
bad.
that. You'll never. It'll never happen. I'll make sure of it. If the session is going too well, you'll never get it. I will make sure of it.
I mean, all of Eddie's talk about doing the hero stuff like that really felt kind of out of our character, honestly. Like, since it was in a shrine of a crime scene we were there to, like, get artifact back for.
Look, man. He was just gonna kind of look at it, and then it gave him superpowers. And then he was like, no, hold on a second. I don't think you understand how thirsty this boy is for superpowers.
It's kind of like Midoriya levels thirsty.
He will literally, if somebody hands
No.
him a knife and says, hey, kill this old woman, I will give you superpowers.
Yeah, I was about to say,
He probably won't do it, but he will think it over for a little bit, you know?
Deku would not compromise his moral compass for powers.
Eddie would.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, this is a completely different level of thirst to the point that, again, if you fucking try something like that,
The hero
mean-
obsession is the same, though.
Bastion was very, very clear. He will help you if you're being oppressed, but if you call upon legal action on yourself, he will let them enact it, because that's the consequences of your actions.
But yeah, welcome to Japan. I've watched too many Yakuza games.
That's a mood.
I'm playing one right now. Well, I mean, not this moment, but
I guess. And you don't even have influence over me anymore, do you?
Who?
You?
Oh, no, I only had influence over Roller. I don't think I ever. If I had influence over you, I just think I never marked it. I don't think I ever had influence over you.
I mean, you had it for when you first started, and when you started going sideways with Rock and Roller, you both lost it at the same time.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
And
so
then
he
you
doesn't have it.
made it your fucking mission statement, apparently, to stay in that corner. So I guess you'll never get it
Look,
again,
man,
probably.
Eddie is usually a lawful good old boy, but there's a little bit too much chaos
Is
here.
the
You're corrupting him.
Drone waffle good?
Is the drone lawful good?
I don't think the
no.
drone's waffle good. I think it's a stretch to call Eddie waffle good.
No, I mean most of the time when I play him, he's lawful good, but now he's drifting more to the chaotic side, mostly because I find it fun.
I mean, I guess I'm not gonna grow closer to anyone.
Welcome to the realm of chaotic.
Tony boy.
Oh, chaotic good. I can list out. We
Look,
can
man.
have a long
Yeah.
ass debate.
I would throw him under chaotic neutral after what he just did. That is not a good
Look.
person.
Yeah, he's kind of drifted away from his normal self.
I don't even know what labels
This
to
is-
shift.
This is a very weird situation I've thrown Eddie in. I've never played him like bringing him into a session in progress, so I can't. I'm still kind of experimenting with what he's doing here.
I don't. Did I grow closer? I don't know. To Eddie, maybe? Nah, I grew into my own image, I think.
Fair enough.
Not.
Also, sorry that Traveler didn't get a lot of action.
Eh.
A lot of narrative elements.
I'm gonna move Savior down and Danger up, just because for the first time he didn't help a teammate. Granted, he fucking deserved it, but
Yeah.
I literally have nothing else I could move.
Who else has who has influence over Eddie?
I don't.
I do.
All right, Traveler. Guess what? You don't have influence over Eddie anymore. Grow away from the team.
All right.
You're so fucking lucky that I don't have fucking the power that a team leader usually would. Just like fucking God, no one works together as a team here.
You don't know about Hornet yet?
Oh man, you're so glad I'm not playing my fucking transformed. He is the embodiment of what's a team.